I don't know why I get high. Maybe I'm trying to get closer to God. Got broken wings, but I'm still flying. Baby, I'm trying to get closer, closer to God.
All praise to the Most High. Life's a beach, so I'm driving up the coastline. Thinking about the places where I spent the most time. Stay fresher than button-ups and bow ties. Cutting up in the church pews. Son of a preacher, man, mama sang blues. Church hymns paid the rent, mama paid dues. My daddy bought him a caddy, my cousin just banged rules. My older brother banged, yeah. Stumbled in the church and heard the biggest lie yet. Said if you love God, you give up the ganja. Long before Kush broke, niggas would buy stress. But you don't condemn the lion and the greed. If a shepherd drives sheep, you need a license to lead. I bought into the game, I wish I kept the receipt. With the spirit in my corner, I've never suffered defeat. What's good?
I don't know why I get high. Maybe I'm trying to get closer to God. Got broken wings, but I'm still flying. Baby, I'm trying to get closer, closer.
What's your addiction? Is it money? Is it girls? Is it trees? I can't admit it. I need God to keep working on me. But what's the difference if you choose to cruise through the hood and big body Benzes on D's? Or you like the bar till you fall and wouldn't let the blanket to a nigga even if he gon' freeze, please. Some drink, some smoke, some judge other people, some don't. We all buy from corporations that fund genocide, militant supplies to the young coke. But anyways, you don't need trees to get a fade. I get up like I saw police and hit the gate. You don't need pills to elevate. Just remember to stay strong and pray for better days.
I don't know why I get high. Maybe I'm trying to get closer to God. Got broken wings, but I'm still flying. Baby, I'm trying to get closer, closer to God.
I'm below the weather like I'm underneath a storm cloud. I hear the rain, I'm praying that it keep pouring down. Lord knows we battle so many woes, travel so many miles, our Nike souls are worn out. I go to church to listen. The music had me lifted, the sermon left me conflicted. The one who holds the throne said cast the first stone. Only if you never sinned and you calling yourself a Christian. Well, assalamu alaikum to my haters. Peace be unto you hypocritical instigators, church players, pulpit pimps and divinators. I pray the congregation can march to a different cadence, sparking a different strand with papers and different flavors. Smelling like an outcast, hop on this elevator, we gone. And that's some shit I speak on, only cause I've been through it. You preach but we live music, let's go.
I don't know why I get high. Maybe I'm trying to get closer to God. Got broken wings, but I'm still flying. Baby, I'm trying to get closer, closer to God.
Old school flow. Yo, they used to say, this rap shit. They used to say, this rap shit. This rap shit. They used to say, this rap shit. This rap shit. Yeah, I remember it so clearly. Rapping to my pop about the cars and the clothes, shrimp and the lobster that I heard about, like word of mouth. The UGK tape and Scarface, turn your eye. I was like 13, thirsty for a good beat, scoping for a studio, talking about I spit heat like Ball and G. On that pimp type shit, 3-6 heavy, crunk on that late night shit. They used to say, this rap shit. This rap shit, they used to say. They used to say. This rap shit. This rap shit. Yo, yo. I played ball for a minute that I mentioned. Wasn't in it, right rhymes on my gloves, so I won't ever forget them. Had to quit it, didn't feel it back in high school. Rather write poems overflowing, that's what I do. Couldn't be little Zach forever. Peace to my big brother. Follow the dreams, baby, this work to my grandmother. While I hit the streets, tapping out beats, kicking my flow. I overhear the same shit they always said before. They used to say, this rap shit. This rap shit. They used to say. They used to say. This rap shit. This rap shit. I told them call me Creek, they told me change my name. Don't be alarmed if you don't make it, that's just part of the game. Besides, I ain't rap about dope, nor did I sell it. I guess the story of a country boy just ain't compelling. Ain't no I searching for a hit, I just need a meal. Couldn't afford to pay the rent, but passed up on the deal, cause it wasn't right. Sometimes you gotta wait the storm. In the class of my own, but I was scared to raise my arm like, this my dream, this my life, I sacrificed it all. Except my soul and a firm belief that there's a God. Watching out when all the others used to doubt. Felt my pain and pointed down and said, son, your time is now. I think my grandma pulled some strings on the low, but that's between her and the Lord, I'll never know. But though they caught me in the spin and Complex magazine, double XL, the vibe, and whatever in between. It's safe to say that dreams come true, I guess. Don't let nobody tell you, try for yourself. Just know that I was once considered just a dreamer, but I paid my dues and turned so many dollars to believers. They used to say. They used to say. They used to say. They used to say.
I don't care if it is a dream. I've got to believe in something, my love. What can I do? What have I got to lose? You know, sometimes dreams do come true. Might as well be a dream. What's going on, everybody? I thank y'all for coming through, checking me out on this Sunday, on Easter Sunday, Resurrection Sunday. So first things first, I'm going to say happy Easter, happy Resurrection Sunday to the people that's celebrating this holiday. And for the people that believe in said things, I'm going to give a shout out to y'all. So happy Resurrection Sunday. Then I want to move on to, this first things first. On April 20, what's that, 420? Weed smoking day. That's what I call it. Y'all should, if you in the Atlanta, Georgia area, come to 1738 African Cuisine and More on 420. They will be showing the fight between Devin the Dream Haney. Devin the Dream Haney. Devin the Dream Haney. He was the youngest undisputed champion in history in the four-bet era. At 135 pounds, he moved up now to the 140. And at 140, he moved up and fought a champ. He beat Regis Rigaru Prograis. But on 420, Weed Smoking Day, he will be facing Ryan Garcia. At African Cuisine and More, we will be showing the fight. I think the festivities start between 7 and 8. The bar open at 5. But they're going to show the whole fight card, and they start around 8 o'clock. And the address is 5780 C.H. James Parkway, Suite 110, Powder Springs, Georgia. And that's African Cuisine and More. Come check them out on 420, Weed Smoking Day. Come check him out. Devin, the Dream Haney. He's looking to make history again. He's looking, once he beat Ryan Garcia, he's looking to attempt to become undisputed at 140, and I'm pulling for that young brother, him and his pops, Bill Haney. So on 420 African Cuisine and More, Weed Smoking Day, y'all can come check them out. Fight versus Ryan Garcia. Now on that note, what's going on? How y'all doing today? How y'all doing today? Peace to you, my brother. Pianka TV. Peace to you. Well, this one is hold your damn money and understanding why. Understand why we should hold our money. Plus, there's going to be a couple of more topics that we're going to discuss. But first, I'm going to go through, because this is my thing, and I want other people to understand. Hold your damn money. Hold your damn money. Hold your damn money. Yeah, before I get into that, one more thing I want to say a shout out to my brother, Oni. He just finished his book. I can't even think of the name of it now, because I miss your lie today, my brother. That's my bad. He just published another book. Oni, check out his channel, The Pro Black Perspective. He's part of the KWAZ radio family. Well, on Saturday nights, he's on the Bitter Medicine podcast with your host, Koku. I'm on there sometime, so you have Koku, the host, Pro Black Perspective, Moana Hagaziki, RBG, Black Steel, and others. And if you're interested in getting on the mic and speaking, you show up on Saturday night at 8 o'clock to the Bitter Medicine podcast, Shoot the Breeze on Saturday nights. You can be in. But I want to give a shout out to my brother, Oni. He just published another book. And y'all can go check his channel out from the Pro Black Perspective. That's my homie. So y'all check him out. Now we're going to get into this. I was letting the OG, I'm going to play what they call him OG on his channel that I be listening to. OG C. Lee McInnes is his name. And we're going to get into one of the things that have changed. See, we have to change. I tell people that we're going to have to change some of the things that we do we want to see change. So the brother, he go into the history, of when we did see change. He's a little bit older than me. Hey, but that's okay. That's why I call him OG. Good brother, very smart, strong, revolutionary mind, still fighting the fight. For our people, I'm going to play that. Y'all can share this show, share it. So we're going to listen to a little of what the good brother said, what the OG said, then we can discuss what we agree or disagree with. I agree with him. So, but I want this to be played. This is a reaction. So, as he get into this and he talk about it, we're going to understand the reason this DEI, reason they're banning DEI, they're getting rid of DEI everywhere, especially they're really just doing it, especially, they're just down south, and they know they can, because they know that we will still say send our best athletes to their school because going to their school is better. They'll still say, well, they're going over there because they can get paid. So it's okay. We condone them selling out at the age 18. But then when they're 35, we expect them to have a change of mind. No, they should not have a change of mind for you. Because if you condoning it now and it's okay and you want to stand up for everything they do now at the age of 18, why should they switch up when they're 35? If you condoning it now, continue to condone it. Continue to stand up for them. Don't be a hypocrite with this thing. See, I'm 100 with it. Don't be a hypocrite with it if you're going to condone it. But hey, that's me. Because, Florida has gotten rid of their DEI. But if you go look at Florida football next year, go look and see how many black people running up and down that field. Then let's look and see their black student population. They fired everybody in their DEI program on at the University of Florida. Alabama is banning DEI. But go look at Alabama basketball team. Look and see how many black people you see running up and down that court. My bad, they can get a check. Watch Alabama football next year. See how many people you see running up and down that field. My bad, they can get a check. It's okay as long as they can get them a check. So, but we talk about everybody is for self. But what we don't understand is how we are standing up and teaching people to be selfish. When we stand for them and condone, Go get a check. Forget about the rest. That's what we're doing. But I want everybody to know it right now. HBCUs, that's what y'all call them. I call them PBIs. Is in a prime position, especially in women's basketball. We are to make a run and defeat them. But as long as we're steady condoning, because we know we're not going to outmoney them, but we know how they got their money. They got their money off our backs. We have nothing because of them. They have everything because of us. And now they are still using our best to enrich themselves, enrich their universities, while we sit and we condone it and have a problem with our universities. Oh, it's named after a white person. Hell, so are you. You ain't changed your name. Oh, well, white people gave them the money. Too bad. I'm sorry they didn't. Our ancestors didn't have money coming out of enslavement to open up a university. I'm sorry. I'm gonna apologize for them. But that's what we're gonna get into, so we can understand why you need to hold your money. And then we're gonna get into the vote thing. Also, vote, don't vote. It's up to you. But we're gonna explain some instances why you should vote. See, if you're not gonna vote for a president, say that. But don't just say don't vote when you can go in there and you actually have an opportunity to vote for the judge. See, if we don't want to vote for these judges that's going to be on the courts when we going up in these courtrooms, that's going to be there, then our people getting punished, right? Getting over sentenced, already overcharged, then over sentenced. Then there's really nothing we can say. See, the don't vote thing need to be explained a little bit more. Because if they telling you just don't vote, and we just believe in don't vote at all, there's things that we're gonna. But we're gonna get into this with the OG Celie McInnes. And let me know if y'all can hear it.
Let me say this clearly. The laws did not change because white people got nicer. The laws did not change because white people decided to say, oh, what we were doing to black people in the past is wrong. No. The only reason the laws changed is when black people said, we're not going to ride the buses. We're not going to shop in your stores. We're not going to buy your products. That was the only reason. As someone said last week, which is true, we are a $1 trillion industry. Yep. Right? Black churches put $10 million in the bank every.
Hold on, I'm gonna start from the beginning of where he started at. Hold on, let me see. My bad. I thought I was there already. My bad.
Thank you, brother. God bless. The PWIs in these states, the pot that they are removed.
I'm sorry. Tennessee State Legislature. I thought I was already at the beginning.
Night and God bless y'all. Thank you, brother. God bless you. Just
be safe, man. Appreciate you. Be safe.
Right. Y'all too, Mr. T.
All right. I'm sorry about that. I thought I had already at the
beginning. Huh?
Right, Nick.
Hey, I said I'm just going to have to go on what I had on, so that's why I got it on. I came right from the event.
Hey man, if you got some of them black and white wing tips on right now, boy, you be in the game, baby.
I don't know how. Well, I had them. I ain't gonna lie to them off, but I had them on. I did have a black and white.
Hey, you already said your hip was deadly, so you know what I'm saying.
Look, before we get started, one of my favorite quotes is something that the great philosopher Morris Day said. He said, Some of my best friends wear blue jeans. I'm just not ever seen with them. So, that's.
Yeah, I like that.
you know.
See, man. Hey, but look, man, it's been a great show. We definitely, you sent us a email that's just, it's a lot with this, man. I definitely wanted to touch on it. I appreciate it. I'll let you open up about it, and then we'll kind of use the next 45 minutes to talk about it, and we'll close it out with this.
So what I'm about to say is based on 3 events and 3 articles, and we can I'll get the links and let Ken put them in. But 3 things happened. You had the NAACP sent a letter to the NCAA about the recent DEI movement by colleges and state legislatures. And then you had Governor Tater Tot, his latest appointments to IHL, which removes
2 of the HBCU grads from the board and leaves only 1 HBCU grad now on IHL, and you just had the Tennessee State Legislature working to dissolve the Tennessee State Board of Trustees, which that means that Tennessee State no longer has a Board of Trustees. So the question is, what do these 3 things have in common? How am I grouping the NAACP sending a letter to the NCAA about DEI, Governor Tater Tot removing 2 HBCU grads from IHL, leaving only 1, and again, Tennessee State Legislature dissolving Tennessee State's Board of Trustees. And what people need to understand that these 3 things represent a twofold attack, because we have to understand that the goal is not just to remove DEI from PWIs.
Mm-hmm.
At the same time that they are removing DEI from PWIs, they're also working to close or merge HBCUs
I'm gonna let him finish that
so that our athletes don't have anywhere to go to run.
Now, and he said they're looking to close or merge our HBCUs right here in Georgia. I'm finna sit right now. Albany State. Albany State, which was a PBI. Y'all call them, like I say, I call them PBIs. Was an HBCU. It merged with Darton, Darton, Darton College. So everything that he's saying right now has merit. But I know, like I said, I believe these people listen to Black folk because they study us and they know how we feel. And it's easy to do stuff like that because these people can look and see and listen. And all they have to do is listen, and they can tell how Black people feel about HBCUs. So it's easy to attack them. They know Black people. It seems as if Black people devalue everything Black, and we don't have. When we have no love and respect for nothing Black. So we think of every excuse not to deal with it. So, but I just wanted to touch on that point because he was talking about they're seeking to close or merge them. And I just wanted to say this recently happened earlier this year where Albany State merged with Darton State. And this is right here in Albany, Albany, Georgia.
So that our athletes don't have anywhere to go to run. And now let me connect something else, because I want to make people clear with some census data I was just looking at. The Republican desire to end abortion and DEI are connected. Let me say that again. The Republican desire to end abortion and DEI are connected, because check out this statistic. In Mississippi, Texas, and Florida, the population of people under 18 is majority Black. Let me say that again. In Mississippi, Texas, and Florida, the population of people under 18 is majority Black. As such, the PWIs in these states are running out of white children to recruit to their schools, and they are not as successful as recruiting white people from other states or other countries. This also connects to immigration, because not enough people are coming from European countries to increase the American white population as it was in the past. As such, we got to realize, again, that the attack on DEI, the attack on HBCUs, and the attack on immigration is the last-ditch effort, or what we would call a Hail Mary, of a group of people who realize that they will no longer be the majority population in the next 20 years. We've been talking about, those who, I'm 54. Mm-hmm. So what people don't know is I go back to in my 20s. I mean, in my 20s, they started forecasting that America was going to be majority Black in, say, 50, 60 years. We are at that point. The number one problem is that white people are just not having children fast enough. For those of you who are biblical, remember when Pharaoh sent the nurses out, he said, hey, kill them Jewish babies.
Yeah, definitely. On all babies, on all, yeah, 2 and under. Go ahead.
Exactly. And and the Jewish population increased. And Pharaoh was like, I thought I told y'all to kill them babies. And the nurses told Pharaoh, they having babies faster than we can kill them.
That's right.
And that is what's happening. Now, the other part of this is that what we have to understand, and I had a great conversation with Derek Johnson, who is the head of the national NAACP, used to be the head of the state NAACP, because I wanted to ask him a question and just make sure I wasn't the only one thinking about this. And what we were saying today is that the one thing that most people don't understand, what our people don't understand because we haven't been taught properly, is that the only reason.
Hotel brother God. Hey, check this out. It was something he said, and you know, I had stepped away, but I was still listening, so I had to come back, right? When he said they want to shut down the HBCU, PBI is what I call, and or either merge, right? So that way black people will have nowhere else to go but to a white school. That won't be there. And I want you to understand when the SEC commissioner stood in front of Congress, the SEC, that stands for Southeastern Conference. That's if you don't keep up with college sports, that's the only reason I'm explaining that, right? So when he stand in front of Congress and say there should be no black schools on the Division I level, I want all y'all black folks on social media to understand every time y'all get on here and crap on HBCUs, PBIs, every time y'all get on here and have something negative to say, y'all agree with everything them white folks saying about black folks. I want y'all to understand that. I ain't sugarcoat nothing. I ain't gonna sugarcoat nothing. Every time, and I don't care who it is, and I don't care if you're pissed off. Every time you get on here and search for reasons, and search to say something negative about a PBI, I'm letting you know you are agreeing with all these white folks. Because all you have to do is listen to what's going on, and then go back and listen to yourselves when you do these streams talking about HBCUs and going to the white school is better for black. It's better for black. I want you to understand who you are agreeing with. If you get mad, I don't give a damn. But truth is what truth is. Truth is what truth is. See, some people, we got to call them out. Nah, you can. Every time something is said, I don't search for the negative in black people in everything. Everything we do, we search for the negative in black folk. So everything that OG Silly McInnes is saying right here is fact. So then eventually black folks won't have no school. And all the black people that said on social media crapping on the black colleges now gonna turn around and say we should have some black colleges with your hypocritical asses. Pardon my French because I'm trying to quit cussing. As if we can come up with hundreds of millions of dollars right now to open up universities. Better learn to use what you have. My bad. Y'all feel they should have came up with hundreds of millions of dollars after slavery, after Reconstruction, after Jim Crow. They should have had them hundreds of millions of dollars and opened up all them universities because y'all mad because white folks open them up.
That many of the civil rights legislation was passed.
My bad. I shouldn't have done it. So one more thing, and I'm going to say it again. So now when they won't have nowhere to go, and you all are condoning these young black children, don't have pride in yourself. Then white schools can give you this much money. That's where you should go. You're condoning selling out when you're young, right? Guy, you still in there? Don't they say you teach a child when they're young, right? When they grow older, they'll know not what to do. Right? They'll know right from wrong because you taught them, right? So now if you're condoning at 18, publicly condoning, go sell out because they got money. Why would you be mad when they turn 35 and they got a job on TV and they selling out and crapping on you? You stood up for them when they were 17 and 18, 19, 20 to run for the money because that's better for you. So that means running for the money at 30, 35 is better for them. At 40, 45 is better for them because they're going to still need money. Don't care how old you get, you're going to still need money. And don't say they should have enough money. Well, how do you don't know their situation. Just like y'all would tell me, I don't know their situation. You don't know their situation. I don't know if there's enough money. And who's more greedy than rich people? So all y'all people bumping around here wanting these SEC schools to win too. You are supporting your own demise. You are supporting something that don't even think that look down on you. Should no black school. They basically said there shouldn't be no black school on the same level as me. Hey, but I know a lot of people on social media that agree with that. So while y'all bumping around bragging on LSU and South Carolina and all them schools, go ahead, keep bragging on them. Keep pulling for them. And these some people from some of the HBCUs who want to pull. Keep pulling for them. Keep pulling for all them schools that's against you. They're telling you you're less than. You are less than them. But still, keep pulling for them. Keep wanting them to win. You are less than me. Keep wanting them to win. Support our own demise. But we don't support our own. Now, I ain't gonna say that about the folks that go to the HBCUs because they do. But other than that, we don't support our own, but we'll support them. Make it make sense.
Was because black people were willing to boycott economically. Let me say this clearly. The laws did not change because white people got nicer. The laws did not change because white people decided to say, oh, what we were doing to black people in the past is wrong. No. The only reason the laws changed is when black people said, we're not going to ride the buses. We're not going to shop in your stores. We're not going to buy your products. That was the only reason. As someone said last week, which is true, we are a $1 trillion industry.
Yep.
Right? Black churches put $10 million in the bank every Monday. And so what they're doing now is they're making these moves because they are testing the waters. They don't believe that black people will use their economic power because here's the one thing that we haven't done. The reason the NAACP, and I end on this so you guys can jump in because there's one other thing I want to say, but I want to make sure we tie all this together. One thing again, and talking to Derek Johnson and having this conversation, the one connection that people are not making is that the only reason a lot of the NCAA schools made changes is when black athletes threatened not to attend those schools because of certain policies. But what we need to understand, that's an economic boycott. Those schools didn't want to lose that black talent. And because they didn't want to lose that black talent, they were willing to curtail some things. But now, because they're desperate, again, these people are desperate because they see their population shrinking, and they are hoping that more people are going to be like, and I hate to call the brother out because he's not the only one, but what's the brother who's on the pivot? What's his name? Was it Channing something?
Channing Crowder.
So they're hoping that more black people are like him. They're hoping that more black people are going to send their children to PWIs regardless because they care more about their individual success than collective success. And so what then has to happen is that we have to start having a real discussion. I want to be clear. I never ask people to do what I do because I understand we all have to contribute the best way we can. But history tells us you can't refute what I'm saying.
Now, what's going on, Grandma used to say? Now I'm gonna tell y'all something, right? I used to say that I ain't gonna tell nobody to do what I do, but I'm gonna tell you to hold your damn money. You probably ain't gonna do it, but I'm gonna still tell you that. I'm gonna tell you to send your children to an HBCU. You probably ain't gonna do it because y'all sit on, I'm sorry, PBI, but y'all sit on here on social media and have so many problems with everything black folk do. I don't get it. I don't understand us. I really don't. I really don't. As much as I love black people, it sometimes it amazes me how the same people that you can say you love can look in the mirror and have nothing but disdain for themselves. How they devalue themselves because they want to be like other people. They want to. Black people has turned in. Somebody said this a long time ago. I ain't gonna say. They said it was. They say the black man is the white supremacist in the black community. I don't agree with that, but I say black people start to act like what they say they hate. That's another reason I say let some of that hate go, because you're never around the people you hate. You're only around your own people. So then you just end up hating them. Do some self-reflection. I'm telling you, it works. Know from experience. Trust me. So everything this brother is touching on right here, even when he said what he our money rules was changed because they boycotted. I'm not even saying boycott. Our power. We got the juice, our power. Everything about us, our greatness is going to be in our neighborhood. But how can you ever fix yourself when your best always leave and go somewhere else to help build up someone else? When the people from your community start to get a pretty decent salary, 100K, little bit, let's leave. Instead of standing fixed where you are, we will go and we'll put our kids through anything so we can say we don't live around N words no more. There's a difference between a black person and the N word. Huh? That's the dumbest shit ever. My bad. A celebrity said it. Chris Rock said it, so it makes sense to some folks. Don't make none to me. We the only people think we gonna fix ourselves by sending our best other places. A defeated mindset. If black people we just go ahead and say we've been defeated, we lost. Now let's see if we can get a rematch and try to win. So we starting from because we back to ground zero. In case y'all didn't know, we back to ground zero. We back to ground zero and we need a rematch. So it's time for us to get in the gym and go to training. And this ain't like boxing. This ain't like boxing that I just promoted on here. 1738 African Cuisine and More on 420 Weed Smoking Day. Go check out the new faces boxing. Devin, the Dream Haney, the youngest undisputed champion in the four belt era. He will be fighting. They will be showing the fight as he destroy Ryan Garcia. But it ain't like this. It ain't like that. Can't nobody duck you. I don't want to fight him. No, we can't duck nobody out here because everybody coming for us. Ain't no ducking. But it seems like that's what we're trying to do. Some people get called a duck in boxing. Oh, he didn't want to fight him. He a duck. Oh, we a duck because we trying to duck all the smoke. Don't care how they come. We duck the smoke by just going at each other. We duck smoke with them by just going at each other. We ain't got no heat for nobody else.
He tells us you can't refute what I'm saying. The only real change that happened in America is when we decided to not participate economically.
And by the way, when you decided not to participate economically, that's those civil rights movement people that y'all don't like. Those are the people from the civil rights generation that y'all sit on social media and destroy. Well, I'm gonna bring it back. Y'all ain't got to listen. Y'all ain't got to follow. Y'all can just hold on. Don't vote for nobody. Because we done already broke that down, and I'll go back through it. Why you just ain't gonna vote for nobody? It's crazy when you got judges and stuff on these ballots, and then when you go to court and you're getting high sentences, then you're mad. Look how they doing them. Well, we had an opportunity to do something. We could have voted. That ain't the judge we want. We can find out and study who on these ballots, what judge is running in your county, and all. We can do all that. Oh, you just learned a rope a dope from Ali.
To not participate economically. So when I tell people I don't shop outside of Hines County, I don't spend my money with a white-owned anything if there's a black person that can do it. And every time I spend my money, I ask myself, is there a black company or a black anything that can sell this good service? Now, I can't always find it, but we have to at least start having the conversation that along with voting power, the strongest power we have to make people do right by us is economic. And here's why this is important. Check this out. In 1964, in chapter 8 of his book, Why We Can't Wait, King, in his book, Why We Can't Wait, was talking about how the white power structure was moving to replace workers with machines. That was in 1964. It's already been estimated that AI will displace 40% of the workforce in the next 10 to 15 years. And so what we then have to be willing to do is to ask ourselves individually and having a conversation doesn't even mean you don't change. But right now, I'm amazed at how many black people are not even willing to have a conversation about are we spending our money with people who take our money and fund our oppression. We are by definition funding our oppression.
That's facts.
By spending.
Grandma used to say, if you still there, who that sound like? Who say that all the time? Who say that all the time? We the only people that support our own demise. We continuously support our own destruction. We support the same people that you complain about. You support them, then complain about them, then support them some more. The same thing. They say, and it bothers people when I say, if we don't change, ain't nothing gonna change. But I think our goal, our dream is to force, is something that this is mine, something that I realized. Could be wrong. Could not be. Could be not. Can't say. But we are doing everything in our power to force other people to change about how they feel about us. One of my friends talk about how white people, they set up the Asians, they set up the Latinos, the Arabs, they set up everybody. I say, but they don't set us up, so what are we gonna do? Man, if they don't set us up, what you gonna do? Like, God, so we can't do nothing? We are so much doubt. There's so much doubt in our brain, and we have been defeated so horrible. We have this defeated mindset, and we speak it publicly. We speak it publicly. See, Grandma used to say, you missed the beginning of when he was speaking. I think if you were in the chat, I ain't see where you said nothing. We are so defeated that we have just gotten just like them. When the good brother Celie McGinnis, the OG, was breaking down the DEI and how they want to shut down HBCUs, or either if they don't shut them down, they're going to merge them. Remember, we was talking about how they merged Albany State with, how I was telling you how they merged Albany State with Darden State. Albany State was doing everything in their power, tell them to merge with this other school, this white school, that school. But see, they're state-run schools, so they try to make like this was better. But like the brother said, it ain't. It's for. So now these black kids have nowhere to go. Ain't gonna be no HBCU to go to. Then the SEC commissioner will tell you there's no black schools that should be D1. But then we still support these schools and support these people. And people have a problem with what I say. When I say I don't support them, right? That's not my fight. That's their fight. The school they're going to, that's their fight. But then when you have so many people so many black people sit up on social media, and talk about the PBI, most people call them HBCU. They don't like when I tell them they sound just like white folks. But that's exactly who they sound like and what they sound like. They sound just like white folks. And then we have no solutions. My solution right here, this is just one of the solutions. This ain't the ultimate solution. Hold your damn money. But saying hold your vote and don't vote at all. Is that a solution when somebody's saying don't vote at all? When you got these judges that's about to be running, and then we don't vote, and we're in the areas of where we vote, we can possibly win, and we can get the judges in that we want, so you can be treated differently when you go through this system. You ain't getting over sentenced. Might not even get sentenced at all. Judges ain't quick to write warrants for your arrest for any little thing. But we want to stay away from that part of it. There are solutions. My solution is going to be hold your damn money. Our power, our strength, everything we have is in our communities where we live. But we leave our communities. We leave them to go live around other people, then complain about how racist they are when we get there. Then we complain about their gentrifying while we don't even want to live there in the community and take care of it. It's almost like we just want to complain. So I'm giving you a solution. Hold your money. And I explain why you should hold your money. Because our power is in our communities, in our neighborhoods where we live. Our power is where we are the majority. That's what our power is. Stop giving all these people our money. We hold up and then we control it. You can't have just come pop up and have businesses in our community. Anybody can. Anybody can, and anybody ain't judged. Anybody can but us. Anybody ain't judged but us. Let the OG finish.
That's facts.
By spending money with people who then take that money and then contribute to politicians who run for office and pass bills to do things anti-us. I'll shut up.
Well, you said a lot. You said a lot. I think, my goodness, so many ways we can go with this. What do we? So
that panel right there, that's KC 1400 Media Group. That's the name of that channel. It's a Jackson State University channel, City of Jackson channel, and I see the things that they're doing and they're coming together. Really, in all honesty, they can be an example, not just for the universities and things that we need to do for ourselves, but they can be an example for the community. You know, there's one young brother inspired, Esias Guthrie. Now he's from Delaware, but he opened up a business in Jackson, Mississippi, in the community to help the elderly and the disabled. Young brothers still in college. I know y'all say they don't do nothing for the community if they go to an HBCU. They don't care. Y'all sound just like white folk, and I'm gonna keep telling y'all that. Y'all sound just like them damn racist bigots. Y'all sound just like the bigots that hate black folks for going to be around black folks. That's what y'all sound like. So now, what they say? What did MLK say on the Boondocks? And I ain't gonna use the N word. He said we're walking contradiction, full of unfulfilled ambition. Wax and wane, love to complain, love to hear ourselves talk, but hate to explain. Love to be another man, judge and jury. But this is the most important part of this. We love to procrastinate till it's time to worry. We love to procrastinate till it's time to worry. If y'all think they just gonna go at them colleges, if they gonna just go at the PBIs and want to merge them, see, that has something to do with the vote too. They getting their people in who want to do this stuff. They getting their people in who want to do this stuff. We ain't even out here trying to deal with certain politicians, so they can't just merge. And I don't want to hear nobody say, well, they shouldn't just merge. Man, this is a state-run school. This is a state-run school. These are state-run schools that they're merging with. They can't do it to the private schools, but these are state-run schools. But the private schools, do we support them? No, we find something negative to say about them as well. There's no way and no reason all of our best talents should be going somewhere. People got filthy rich off our backs during the enslavement of our ancestors. And now they're getting even richer by let's just show them a check and you ain't got to worry about them going to be around their own people. We'll give them this, they'll leave. While everybody else can come in your community and get filthy rich off you, and we don't have no pride, we still go. What happened to black pride? What happened to standards? What happened to standards? Do we have any more standards? Do we believe in us? Big Crit and J. Cole did a song, If You Believe in Me, Prove It. They say when the time come, and the time will come, when I pass that chopper, shoot. If you believe in me, prove it. When the time come, and the time will come, when I pass that chopper, shoot. If you believe in me, prove it. Hashtag hold your damn money in the chat. Hashtag hold your damn money in the chat. Then hashtag live by that. Let's stop supporting things that won't even support us. Let's stop supporting things that won't even support us. And in that process, a change of mind where we start supporting us, where we support us. Huh? We say Team Black, but is it a real team? Do we really have a team? Huh? Do we really have a team? We have to allow everybody to play their position. Stop telling everybody you got to think just like me. But they do have to be on Black improvement. They do have to be on us fixing our community. Everybody gonna have a different idea and a different solution on how they should do things. Everybody's not gonna be focused on the same thing, even though we should know something about everything that's going on in and around us, but that's not gonna be everyone's focus. But even though holding your money might not be your focus, you should understand why we should hold your money. And if it's not your focus, if you have an understanding, you know what? I'm gonna hold my damn money because I understand why. They're trying to make things better. They saying we should own these businesses. And if your focus is business, as we start holding our damn money, so now we need to start having town hall meetings somewhere. You have these town hall meetings somewhere. So now you know what? Now this is what we can do. Let's go over here and get this 24-hour washateria. It can be community owned. Huh? It can be community owned. We can own it. But I'm asking, is that something that you want? Is that something that you really want? Or do we still just want to complain about how a certain group of people don't like you, how no group of people like you, and how every group of people treat you bad? Huh? They don't like us. They're bigots. They're going to treat you bad. Now we all know that. So what's the solution? What's the solution? What's the solution? Huh? What are we going to do? If anybody wants to come up and speak on that, you can. Let me know. I'll put the link in the chat. Hold on, there's something else. I said plus other topics. I got another topic that I want to discuss right here. Let me see if I can find it right quick. And I hope this is the right one because he had about 4 or 5 of them that's just about the same.
You, Mr. Gore. You are now listening to the Grio's Black Podcast Network, Black Culture Amplified.
Welcome back to the Griot Daily, the only podcast that knows the fastest sound in the world is pew. My name is Harriet. I'm your favorite white peopleologist. I'm here every day to tell you what's going on in the village. And today we're going to talk about what's going on in white America. Specifically, what's up with this?
If the only people with guns are the jackbooted thugs, then liberty is gone.
I believe that more guns on the streets do reduce crime.
Actually, for you, Mr. Gore. From my cold, dead hands.
Yeah, white people love guns. I haven't looked it up, but I think that firearms might be white people's season salt because they put it in everything. The Constitution, politics, even their music. And if you think hip hop is filled with sex and violence, try listening to Kenny Rogers' Coward of the County. Because, I mean, bruh, that's about sex, guns, and I don't know.
I'm Michael Harriet, world famous white peopleologist, and this is the Griot Daily.
Today we're going to try to figure out why white people like guns so much and what's America's preoccupation with guns, right? Because half of white households own a gun. And that's a lot, right? And when you compare it to 1 in 3 black households that own a gun, it's really a lot. Although the black gun ownership has been increasing since the pandemic, I think, we're preparing for the No, not the race war. We're preparing for the zombie apocalypse, which is probably just white people, coming back from the dead to bite us in the neck. Anyway, to understand why white people like guns so much, we got to go back to the beginning, specifically the beginning of America, when we were trying to write the Constitution, this thing called the Constitution, right? So when we were trying to ratify the Constitution, this dude named James Madison, they call him the father of the Constitution. So I guess he slept with the Magna Carta. Anyway, James Madison was the dude who was primarily responsible for writing the Constitution. After he wrote it, he had to go around and get all of the other states to sign it, or what we call to ratify it. So when it came to Virginia, Virginia had this big ratifying convention, and all of the people who we now know as founding fathers were there. Washington was there, like all the people from Virginia, Jefferson, all the people. Jefferson was in Paris, engaging in sexual assault with his enslaved girls, but the rest of them were there, right? So James Madison takes the Constitution to Virginia, right? And immediately, this dude named George Mason, who was one of the greatest slave owners in Virginia, he was upset, right? Now, people will tell you that he was upset because of slaves and slave uprisings, but that's not really what he was upset about. He was upset about the national army, right? Because, before then, we had militias. So Mason said, man, look, if we have this like big, huge national army, well, most of the people live in the North, right? And what if they just want to abolish slavery and tell their slaves to come take our guns? So we got to do something to prevent that, because like we can lose all of our property, all of our wealth is basically tied up in slaves. So George Mason said, like, look, I'm not going to sign this thing unless we got something to protect us from against the licentious slaves who are coming to take our property, right? So James Madison went back and he jotted down these 10 things, right, that we now call the Bill of Rights. And the second one was just because of George Mason. Matter of fact, it was almost word for word something that Mason had put in Virginia's Constitution. And now we call it the Second Amendment, right? And that is what created America's fascinations with guns. And since then, America has been really adamant about gun ownership, and most of it has been tied to the fear of Black people, right? So
Now I want to ask y'all a question. Answer this question for me in the chat, yes or no. Do y'all think white folks scared of black folk? I'm gonna let this finish. This is my answer. Do y'all really think they have guns because they fear black people?
even before George Mason and Madison came together to create the Second Amendment, they had these slave codes. In every state, the slave code said slaves could not own weapons. That was one of the primary duties of the slave patrols, to come in and make sure that the slaves didn't own guns, right? They were specifically designated as people who took guns from slaves, right? And after the Civil War, it didn't get any better, right? Like they didn't have slave codes anymore because there wasn't any slaves. So this group took it upon themselves to just go around and disarm the slaves, right? They weren't slave patrollers anymore. So they gave themselves their own name. They called themselves Ku Klux Adelphine. And, that translates to Circle of Brothers, but then everybody started calling them by their nickname, the Ku Klux Klan, right? They were specifically formulated to disarm slaves. And that was
Okay, Eric, I see you said grandma used to say, I see you said to a certain degree. I got you. Now, if the people scared, they scared of you. That's why they got guns, right? So now that they have guns, do you think they scared of you while they have guns? Do you think they're scared of you while they have guns? Scared of black people, not you per se. I was just saying, do you think they're scared of us while they have guns? Because if they scared of you,
So they go get guns so they can have this great advantage. So there's no need to be scared no more. Don't it seem like the people they're scared of should have as many or not more guns than them?
To disarm slaves. And that was America's first form of gun control. And after that, right, gun control became a thing, right? The fear of black people and black uprisings was key to understanding America's fascination with guns. And it wasn't that black people didn't own guns, right? Ida B. Wells, she said, and I quote, a Winchester rifle should have a place of honor in every black person's home. W.E.B. Du Bois said, black people should own guns. And a lot of the violence during Reconstruction was about black people owning guns, right? Like when you look at, for instance, this crazy thing that happened in the Greenwood section of Tulsa, that started when a black man who was a veteran shot his gun in the air, right? So you have to understand this violence, this fear, this inane fascination with guns is closely related to the fear of a black nation. I think Public Enemy said that one time. And then there was one of my favorite black gun advocates. His name was Robert F. Williams. Now, Robert F. Williams, he was from North Carolina, and you probably have heard about his guns, his book, Negroes with Guns, that he wrote because he was a veteran, he was a Marine, and he was a staunch advocate for armed self-defense. And Robert F. Williams would do stuff like one time he had this shootout with the KKK. Like the KKK in Monroe, North Carolina, which is right outside of Charlotte, they would terrorize black people. Robert F. Williams was like, nah, not anymore. When he came home, he put barricades and sandbags around the NAACP leader's house. And when the KKK got this permit to literally go around and fire at black people's homes, his people was there behind those sandbags and they fired back, right? And Robert F. Williams was one of the most noted advocates for black gun ownership. And people who, like even Martin Luther King respected him. Martin Luther King wrote a foreword to Negroes with Guns because he said, I don't understand why Robert F. Williams likes guns so much, but I respect him, right? Like when we think of the nonviolent civil rights movement, we can't forget one, that it was not really nonviolent. Like the white people committed a lot of violence. Ask Medgar Evers, ask Martin Luther King, ask all the people that marched for civil rights. But one of the things that we forget is when white people weren't violent, it was because of people like Robert F. Williams and the Deacons for Defense who were protecting those marches, right? It was people like in Birmingham, Alabama, when the Freedom Riders came through Birmingham, Alabama, the county commissioner, the police commissioner for the city of Birmingham, he had made this deal with the KKK, like he was going to give them 15 minutes along with the Freedom Riders. And they were just waiting for the Freedom Riders. And they had brigs and bats. But when they attacked them in Anniston, the people in Anniston, they called this dude from Birmingham. And they said, hey, they out here doing this jump again. And so these riders, these black men, came from Birmingham, Alabama, and they brought their guns and they protected them. So we forget that armed self-defense was always a part of the civil rights movement, and we can call it nonviolent, but we were always adamant about protecting ourselves. And so this was part of the fear that drove white people.
Now, Eric, you said once they get the guns, they're not not fearful anymore. You put no into that question, right? I don't think they were fearful. This is just my opinion. I don't think they were fearful of black people, right? How can I say they're fearful of me when they can get on their ships and go from Europe to Africa and do what the hell they did on a continent full of black people? Then they bring us here where they got you completely outnumbered, and they have all the weapons. Then I don't see it. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I'm not saying I'm right about everything. I'm just showing you my mindset, how I think. That's all. Now, So since you say they're not afraid anymore because they had the guns and the guns give them a great advantage. Don't it seem like the people who they allegedly have the guns for, don't it seem like those people should have as many guns, if not more? Should be preparing for the same thing that they are preparing for? Because that's what we should be doing. But hey, who am I? Who am I? Hold your money. Don't nobody want it. Don't want to listen. But I let the OG C. Lee McGinnis break it down on why you should. Tell you why the PBI, HBCU is better for you and why our top talent should be going there. You got people gonna fight that and going to the white school is better. Or do like these people that call themselves ADOS and FBA, get in Twitter, X, whatever the hell it's called, and come into HBCU spaces and say there shouldn't be no black colleges. We should only have American colleges. Now they don't want to get away. They don't want to get rid of the white colleges. There shouldn't be no black colleges, is what they say. There shouldn't be no black colleges. There should only be white colleges. But then they want to tell you, talk about your lineage. I don't get it. Erica, you are. I like that question. But down south, Erica, if you look up the law, Erica, everybody can down south. They changed that rule. Look. You can look it up in Georgia. Look up shit every southern state. Look it up. People with felonies can legally go purchase guns now, because they don't do a background check on handguns. They don't do background checks no more. But if it's revolution and we really concerned about revolution, should we be concerned about legal? But now, back to the to what I was saying. So when we say this is where they should go, you find the black people that saying no. I'm talking about black people that say they are pro-black. Black people that say they are pro-black, you're gonna say no, they shouldn't go. It's a reason they going there. I know it's a reason. So we condoning the selling out now. So I'm going to tell y'all what's finna come on, what's going to be a hot topic on YouTube, on social media next week. The coach for LSU, the ugly woman wear them ugly clothes. Oh my goodness. Her name Kim Mocha. She wear the ugliest clothes in the world. The Washington Post did an article on her, right? They did her. Oh, they wrong for that. Look up the rules. Yeah. Felons can own guns, handguns. Wow. So they did a piece on her. LSU was playing UCLA. LSU y'all know who played with LSU. I ain't got to say their name. They said LSU versus UCLA was good versus evil, with the LSU being the evil, right? Now your topic next week is going to be how many people going to be coming out saying why they calling those girls evil. Not saying I disagree with that, but I'm gonna add this though. I'm gonna add this caveat, something people gonna miss out. They are winning championships for white folk. They are balling for their white school. Let's see how many white people. Now she had one of the white teammates came out and spoke up for him. One of the white teammates did. But let's look and see how many of those white fans who they're winning championships for, who they're showing out for, who they're clowning for. Let's look and see how many of them come stand up for them. See, I'm going to stand down on it. And it's not the fact that I don't want to see these young sisters hurt, but I'm going to stand down because I've realized the people you're working for, the people you're going out here winning championships for, the people you're showing out for. I'm going to ask y'all, do y'all agree with this? But I'm going to still have my same position. I just wonder if y'all agree. The people they're winning championships for, the people they're showing out for, shouldn't that be the people Shouldn't that be the people who gonna publicly stand up for them real strong? Shouldn't that be the people? I'm just saying, the people they're winning for, shouldn't that be the people who stand up for them? I'm just throwing it out there, just asking a question. Because I'm telling you, it's about to be a hot topic. But the people they winning for should stand up for them. I'm gonna stand down. And not that I want to see these young sisters, Angel Reese or Flaw J. Johnson, or any other black girl on that team hurt. That they really don't want to see nobody hurt. But not that I want to see any of those sisters hurt. But we need to learn. But we need to learn. We need to learn that you can go do all that for them. They don't care. Because at the end of the day, they're going to stick together. Yeah, they want their team to win. Now, if they come out and all of their white fans come out and start doing, and no, they just called them evil. It was good versus evil. And the LSU team was called the evil team. UCLA team had way more white girls. So they were called the good team. One team was evil, one team was good. Being black don't make them evil. As far as I'm going with it. I just want to see if the people they're winning championships for gonna stand up for them. See, they know how to get us. They know how to get us. Let's do a piece like this, and we'll make black people forget about any black college because they're gonna run to the rescue over here to the black folks at the white college, and we'll forget about it. And the black college don't have nothing. Their own community don't have nothing because they're gonna come and run over here to the rescue. Sometimes the people that you are saving need to save you. Do that make sense? Nah, I'm just saying, if it don't make sense to y'all, that is okay. It makes sense to me. That's why I say I'm gonna stand down. I'm just wondering if it makes sense to y'all. And another thing I can say, right? They say they go to the white colleges. Think about this. You go to the white college so they can get NIL deal. Think about this. White people will give you all of that money if you go to a white school and win and show out and win. For them. Why those same companies and same businesses won't come to you if you're playing at a black college? They get us coming, get us going, because they know we ain't thinking. They know the only thing we thinking about is just chasing a dollar. We don't think about the whole situation. But if I'm good and I'm great in my face and what I do can sell your product, why is it if I'm at a black college, I can't sell your product? Why is it I have to go to a white college to be able to sell your product? So are they trying to sell those products to black people? They're using a black woman at a white college because you come here, a black dude at a white college, you come here, you can get this money. But if you go to a black college, we really ain't gonna give you no NIL deal. We ain't gonna give you no NIL money. So what Jackson State is doing, they're creating an NIL collective. And the NIL collective is where they're taking care of the students that choose to come there. That's what they're doing. So they creating a collective, and everybody putting their money in. By August, they're gonna have millions in their collective. And yes, I've donated because I want to see us win on some level. Why can't we ever be the best on TV? When an NCAA tournament come around, why we always got to brag on the black coach that's winning for other folks? It's time for us to win. It's time for us to win. It's time for us to start valuing ourselves. It's time for us to start saying, yes, we are the best. It's time for us to see and understand that we are the best. We walk around and talk all this great shit, but we don't act like we great. Oh, we great. We the kings. We the gods. We do all that, but we don't act like it. We got their mindset. When it comes to us, we have their mindset. We have their mindset. We have their mindset when it comes to us. People ain't gonna like when I say that. It's okay. Truth is what it is. The truth is what it is. Y'all have heard the discussions on my. You all have heard the discussions on my channel and on other channels. But I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. I thank y'all for coming through. I'm gonna close out with a song today. And once again, happy Resurrection Sunday to everybody who celebrate this holiday. I hope y'all Sunday dinner was good. Hope y'all had y'all some good pot roast with mac and cheese and collard greens, cornbread. Sound real good, don't it? Making y'all hungry. And once again, on April 20, 420, Weed Smoking Day, Devin the Dream Haney, on his path to being undisputed in his second weight class. We'll be fighting Ryan Garcia, and you can watch that fight at 1738 African Cuisine and More in Powder Springs, Georgia. But I'm gonna close out with this song. I hope y'all like it.
I don't know why I get high. Maybe I'm trying to get closer to God. Got broken wings, but I'm still fly. Baby, I'm trying to get closer to God.
All praise to the Most High. Life's a beach, so I'm driving up the coastline. Thinking about the places where I spent the most time. Stay fresher than button-ups and bow ties. Cutting up in the church pew. Son of a preacher, made mama sang blues. Church hymns paid the rent, mama paid dues. My daddy bought in my caddy, my cousin just banged rules. My older brother bang, yeah. Stumbled in the church and heard the biggest lie yet. Said if you love God, you give up the ganja. Long before Kush broke niggas would buy stress, but you don't condemn the lion and the greed. If a shepherd drive sheep, you need a license to lead. I bought into the game, I wish I kept the receipt. With the spirit in my corner, I've never suffered defeat. What's good?
I don't know why I get high. Maybe I'm trying to get closer to God.
I don't get high, but I am trying to get closer.
I'm still fly. Baby, I'm trying to get closer.
What's your addiction? Is it money? Is it girls? Is it trees? I can't admit it. I need God to keep working on me. What's the difference if you choose to cruise through the hood and big body Benzes on D's? Or you like to bar till you fall and wouldn't lend the blanket to a nigga even if he gon' freeze, please. Some drink, some smoke, some judge other people, some don't. We all buy from corporations that fund genocide. Militant supplies to the young coke. But anyways, you don't need trees to get a fade. I get up like I saw police and hit the gate. You don't need pills to elevate. Just remember to stay strong and pray for better days.
I don't know why I get high. Maybe I'm trying to.
Thank y'all for coming through. I'm glad y'all took time out of y'all Resurrection Sunday. But I will be back this evening with Baba Ogun Gabede, Pi Benny. We will be doing part 2 of Understanding the Orishas, and that will be later this evening. Be on the lookout for it. Peace and love. Be black, buy black, think black, love black. Everything else will take care of itself. Peace and one love.